Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. Fargo, season 3. This is it, y'all. This is the finale. It's called Somebody to Love. Let me hit y'all with my predictions. Predictions. Memo's gonna die. Yuri's gonna die. VM is going to somehow live, I feel. He's not gonna die, but he's gonna do some legendary, epic, crazy something. He's gonna trick us somehow, some way. I feel like he's gonna have a connection with someone. I just don't know who. I hope we see Sai again. Ray, I would love to see another Ray flashback. I feel like Nikki is going to wreak hell on everyone. You know how they said she was a spider? She was the Black Widow? I feel like this episode, she is going to show up and show out. Are y'all ready? I'm so ready. Someone to love. What does that mean? Is there going to be an epic dialogue where Nikki says something like, all I wanted to was someone to love, and now you took him away and Ray's dead. Blah! Is that going to be it? Is Emmett going to say, all I wanted was someone to love and you ruined my life and my wife is gone now? Blah! What's going to happen? What is going to happen? One more season and tie it all in because I need to know what happened in South Dakota. Let's get to it. Ooh, this episode is off the chain. Gloria's turning in her letter of resignation. Why you want to do that? Giving up. Don't give up, sister. Keep pushing. Emmett is signing his life away to VM Varga at this point. Memo's organizing it. VM is supervising it. He's just overseeing it, being ugly with his Al Bundy from Married with Children outfit on. VM is just expressing filth. Then we see the camera shoot upward where the IRS agent is conducting his business, and it goes off of all of these beautifully arranged papers to a manila envelope, the manila piece of paper that says, we should talk. Gloria Bugle, call me. 555. We see old Chief with her box of plants, and I'm like, so you really taking you really gonna take that dead plant? She got her box of stuff, she about to go, and I'm like, Chief, it's dead. You forgot to put water in it. That's what happened. Ring. Hello, police. If we know anything about this show, what is important with our show, y'all? What is important? Timing. Timing is everything for Fargo season 3. Let's get it. So the agent is talking about tax fraud, repurposing funds, upwards of $200 million that they're looking at. He mentions 3 names. What does he say? Emmett Stussy, Sai Feltz, and VM Varga. Who? She put that dead plate down. She said, excuse me? What's that last one you said? VM Varga. And he says, I don't know what the VM stands for. Well, dang it, what the heck does that VM stand for? Victoriously merciless? Victory man? Vegas millionaire? It's something, I don't know, but what it is, I bet you it's not going to be like Victor Malone. I bet you it's going to be something funny. She takes back her resignation letter. We got our girl back, y'all. Nikki says 4 spades. She is treating that kill that her and Mr. Wrench are about to handle as if it's a spades game. Remember when I did my very first episode review, I said that they had like a clubs or a heart or something on the wall, and I said Nikki would treat this series as if it was a game. She is playing them because she's calculated, and I love it. The music, boom, boom. I don't know if that's a trombone. I don't know if it's a bassoon. Whatever it is, this musician person, the composer. We end up at Emmett's home. It's a gray. The weather is just gray. It's not winter time. It's not springtime. It's just gray. And we see the exterior of this large home. It zooms inside, and we know it's armed with a lot of men with long weapons. Poor Emmett, man. Poor Emmett. It's like I said, he's signing his life away. It's to his last signature, and he gets to the last page where they need his John Hancock. VM said, last one. He's still rocking his Al Bundy suit, looking really terrible. You know who he looks like? You remember that show Coach? It was about Minnesota. That's who VM looks like. I swear that's who he went after this episode. And shout out to him too for Wonder Woman. David Thewlis, I think is his name. He was in Wonder Woman. He was awesome. He was great. Y'all need to go see Wonder Woman. Emmett's like, I'm so tired. Then he puts his head down. He notices that Memo has this jacket holster where it's a gun, and I'm thinking, don't go for it. He went for it anyway. Him is so bogus. He's talking about food knows food. You just played the mess out of him calling him that. That was low. So many armed people in the house. Emmett says, I'm not food, and he takes that gun off of Memo, gets it right at him where it needs to be. Doesn't fire. He doesn't fire it. VM says, of course you're not food. Crazy. What was crazy in that scene? Did you notice that everybody had long weapons and one man had a pool stick? What you gonna do with a pool stick? The drumming. Somebody's getting it with the stick in a bucket. All the black vehicles arrive. The Lincoln, a Jeep, like a Explorer. The kid knocks on the, actually he's banging on the car window. VM looks at him like, window comes down. He goes, Swanger, Swanger. Y'all know that's Nikki's last name. 2 cars, 6 men, and a kid. That sounds like a bar joke, right? 2 cars, 6 men, and the walk down and go get slaughtered. Okay, but that walk, it felt like we were advancing with them towards that location. I love that feeling. They go into some place called King Midas Storage. Are they dropping gems on us? King Midas Storage. It says go to the 3rd floor, locker 327. 3 men, Nemo and VM, get into the elevator and they're going up. Our hearts are raging at this point. And then we hear, yeah. Did you notice the camera in the elevator looking right at VM? We know that they're watching. The storage locker shot when they got out of the elevator was beautiful because it had that thin fluorescent light. And I said, I love it. I love what they're doing with this gray field. That's up because VM stayed in that elevator like a smart man. I wouldn't have got out either. VM looked out the elevator like, he wasn't about to get shot at. He knew it was fishy up in there. Mimo said, let's not do this. And he did it anyway. He sounds the alarm because he's holding the elevator. So now we got that alarm blaring in the background. As all of this, it's enough of someone's about to get shot up. Limbs are about to be flying every which a dang on direction. Now we got an alarm in the background, almost like Orange is the New Black. So we hear the big drum, big Oscar, the movies, the freaking award ceremony, the big drum. There's no one in locker 327. There's a note on the freaking card table, because it's a game. I'm so excited. Calm down, calm down. Okay. It says, leave the drives, leave the money, take the drives. They are in 209. VM did not get out of that elevator. He left all those men at Mimo to get slaughtered. Carnage. It's a text. As he's about to step out of the elevator, he gets a text. It says the IRS has the drives. He gets in there, shuts the elevator. Mimo's flying. You could tell, well, they slowed it down, but you could tell Mimo trying to get to the locker. Mimo's trying to get to the locker, and that man let the elevator close, and you just hear, oh, you hear man moans and bullets. Man moans and bullets. Mimo's face, let me tell you, Mimo's face when that daggone elevator closed was everything. You know what? That's what you get. You know why? Because you gave Gloria the stank eye when you thought you had one up on her and you made Emmett get into the vehicle. Gloria and now you got like, I did all this for you? Them headphones ain't gonna protect you. Them black skinny jeans ain't gonna protect you, buddy. You got shot up. Mimo dead. My predictions was right so far. VM's face in that elevator. He looked at that camera and he knew that was it. He knew he had to get to go to the ground floor. He had to get to level 1 or the ground floor. And the only way for him to live was to get out of that elevator without somebody noticing him. And that's what he did. He left a breadcrumb in there, be in his coat. It's a chase. It's a chase. It's like he's going from here to here to here. He's like the wolf going to the freaking 3 little pigs, doing all of this stuff that he can't. It's bananas. And that elevator opened and I saw our homegirl Nikki. Man, I was so happy. She was ready. Did you see her? She had the low-cut boots and the camo pants. She had the shotty ready for the party. I said, get it, girl. Wrench destroyed them upstairs. He destroyed Mimo and all the other henchmen. He got the money. He showed it to Nikki. Did you notice the blood on Mr. Wrench's hands? What's his name? Russell something is his name. You, sir, with the shimmy coat all season and the great boot selection, whoever's in wardrobe for Fargo, whoop, whoop, get it, get it, get it, get it. Nikki said, all I want is the brother. She took a little cut, put it in her purse. Not being selfish, never taking more than she needed. Because that's the homegirl right there. And Wrench left. I really hope Wrench at least shadows her just in case some stuff messes around and he just starts like, I got your back, homegirl. And then he signed something like, to her, I think that's I love you. That would be beautiful because you know the name of the episode. And Emmett wakes up with a stamp on his head. Who put that stamp on his head? He's alone at home. He drops the stamp off, hightails it to his business. His business is now called Realignment. We know that VM is working with homegirl Elizabeth Failer, the fake lady who took it all, and he's got escorted out of his own office. Crazy. Mimo came out on the stretcher dead. They done pieced it together. We know that Nikki was the one who sent that Manila IRS note to piece things together. Yo, this episode is brilliant. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try my best to keep it together right now, because I could freaking scream. Okay. So an old Ford pickup truck pulls up on Emmett. Nikki steps out the Ford with the shotty aimed at him. I'm like, oh shoot, she about to light his tail up. She doesn't though. She has restraint. She says to Emmett, are you as low as you can go? Emmett starts pleading. We basically learned what the title means, this whole somebody to love. She says, what, you got kids? You got a family? You got people who love you? She says, what, you got kids? You got people that love you? He's talking about he has a wife. Can he just call his wife? You ain't even with her no more. All of that is whatever. That's not even true. You killed your brother. There's no love, you know? She says, yo, raise a kitten now. And then she goes on to quote Obadiah chapter 1, verse 4. If you never heard it nowhere else, you heard it with smacking, cracking, and watching first. The word says, I'm going to read it to you. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou set the nest among the stars, from there I will bring thee down, said the Lord. Then Nikki shoots the trooper. And I'm thinking, this is horrible. Now you got a body on you. We see Emmett pacing back and forth. Camera pans right, and we see her boots. And then we see her camel pants. Then we see her face. Then we see the center of her head. He got one off with his pistol. She got one off with the shotty. She's gone. She is now amongst the dead. She is gone in the skies with Ray. 2 feet away from her is a shotgun. Crazy. I didn't think she was gonna go this fast. I thought she would have, prevailed or whatnot. I thought she would have made it, and she would have been the one to put VM to death. Dang. The silhouette, we saw the silhouette first, I believe, with Ray in the sky. Then we see the silhouette now again with her. And sure enough, she didn't get her slice of pie with Old Chief, but Old Chief was there. She was there to put that girl away, as far as to the coroner and whatnot. She was there to send her on off. She said, okay, all right then. And Emmett speeds off. Y'all, the percussion in this episode, the scenery shots of the sky, it's so great, it's clear. The emotions they are stirring, the bloodshed. Mimo's dead. The henchmen are dead. Nikki's dead. VM is out and about somewhere. The business is taking over. Gloria ends up pulling over a school bus. We know her son is in it. She takes the time to smell the roses. Hope everybody out there got somebody to love. If not, you need to love yourself first, because you can't properly love another person without loving yourself. That's words from Smacking and Cracking and Watch Night. She gives her son that wisdom. She puts it in him, so he can grow. When he's just a boy. When he grows up, he'll understand. She said the world doesn't make any sense, but no matter what, we stick together. All y'all better have some popsicles tomorrow. That's y'all homework. See Emmett go to his wife's porch. He's kneeling, he's pleading, crying, being an old punk, simping old dude, right? But she takes him back. We see 5 years later, he got guilty. He pled guilty to tax fraud. Supposedly got $20 million hidden somewhere, probably. Filed bankruptcy, but together. And we see Psy. Oh, Psy. Almost brand new again. Poor Psy. What did y'all think when y'all saw Psy? I just wanted him. I didn't say I wanted him to do something this episode. I said I wanted to see him, and I literally got what I asked for. Goes to the refrigerator to get the salad, aka this nasty Jello mold. I don't even like Jello. I'm just saying it looked gross, and he's kind of content with himself, and he's just like, look at my life. It is beautiful. Let me get this Jello. Silencer, back of the head. And I'm saying VM? Nah, it's not VM. Psy? Maybe it's Psy. I really thought it was Psy. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was Psy. I won't lie. Sound like Dr. Seuss. It was Mr. Wrench. Mr. Wrench blast him for Nikki. Got a couple specks of blood. Pan back, and I said, you know what? Well done. This season was well put together. I didn't see any of it coming. Everybody's dead who I said needed to be dead. They really didn't clear up as far as is Yuri alive or not alive. Where's VM? I don't know. Excellent. Y'all better drop a comment below. Y'all better hit like. Y'all better subscribe, because I'm going to be back next year. It's going to be another season. Thanks for supporting me, y'all. I appreciate it. This is our show. This is our show, and I'm so happy. Everybody right now. Until next time.